dropped your shield at the wrong time, fucker. There we go. Oh god, that was a hell night, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Fuck. Oh shit. Bollocks. That's not the gun I wanted, but who cares? You guys. I know. BFG! Oh, and I got the thread the needle challenge. Woo! Oh, that was worth doing. That was the BFG. It basically killed everything in a room, but then they...
Ah, fuck!
Stole it. Okay. Well, guys, that was another boss fight. That was the Nexus. I wonder, guys, this might be sick where I can dismember. Oh, I'm gonna stomp the shit out of this guy's corpse. Motherfucker. Oh, look at you. Oh, you dead? Oh, what's that? Oh, bloody ridiculous. Ah, shit. See, oh, this one. Get the fuck off me. I hate this bloody cinematic attack. It just takes forever to do. Just get off annoying things and come on! I can't do anything. Oh, fuck it. When in doubt, bash your way out. See, they're just absolutely slaughtering. Why is my stasis not working? Give me health. Don't get hit by a fucking rocket, because if I do, I'm doomed. How ironic. Eat that. We got him. Oh, thank God for that. We got him. Now, is he just dead permanently? No, he's not. Okay. Bye-bye. Fuck you. Wow, that was hard. And he gave me full ammo. Well, guys, that was the Cyber D.
Do a death compilation just on this.
Welcome, time-spanned soul. Welcome to your destiny. Hello everybody, it is I, ScottyLoadinson's, back once again. Welcome to Soul Reaver 2 Remastered. We completed Soul Reaver 1 in the last stream we did 2 days ago, and it ended on quite the cliffhanger. It ends with you jumping into a time vortex to chase after Cain, and you arrive, and Mobius the Time Streamer was there. And now we're on to Soul Reaver 2, and Soul Reaver 2 is really where we start to get clues about what's really going on, because there was a lot of things that were brought up in Soul Reaver 1. We were introduced to the decaying world of Nosgoth in the future, the pillars of Nosgoth that are decaying and it's killing the world because Cain refused to sacrifice himself, and we went around killing all of our brothers who had mutated into horrible monsters, and found out we were actually Seraphim priests, people who were charged with dealing with the vampires in ancient times and crusaded against them with Mobius the Time Streamer. So yeah, I won't recap the whole end of the game because I'd be here forever, and also the intro to Soul Reaver 2 does a way better job of recapping it. So we're here with Soul Reaver 2. If you haven't seen Soul Reaver 1 or you missed any of it, I'm gonna say this now: if you miss any of Soul Reaver 2, you're not going to have a clue what's going on. This is a more story-driven game, where the gameplay is a bit more streamlined, but the story takes precedence, and it's still amazing. So, if you're into the story, and I hope you are, you're going to want to pay attention during this game, because this game drops a lot of lore and a lot of twists and turns on it. But welcome to the stream, everybody who's watching. I hope you're good, I hope you're well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And let's get into it. Enough talking. Okay. And also the chat should be working on stream now, so hopefully we can have a chat. Okay, first things first. Does anybody need me to replay the intro of Soul Reaver 1? Just so you've got a status quo of what was happening. Sally! Welcome! Hello there, Sally. Everybody? I would just like to spare a moment to say how amazing this person I am speaking of is. It's our 3rd anniversary today. Me and Sally, she's put up with me for 3 years, including all this nonsense. So thank you for being here, Sally. And also, Wifey's here. Hello, Wifey. Welcome to Soul Reaver 2. Welcome both of you to Soul Reaver 2. And I've just noticed the chat is working. Whoop, whoop. I worked it out. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the story. And we're going to begin with a recap at the end of the last game. That's somebody else's catchphrase, isn't it, Wifey? Let's go. Anyway, enjoy this cutscene. It's amazing. PS2, can I point out?
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me,
Thanks, Sally.
did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
I can't help it.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite.
That's what I call a TARDIS.
As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods?
I can't help
As
it.
such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan Kane. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
Sorry.
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kane. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
Ooh.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic?
Ouch.
Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
I'm not gonna lie, I want a time machine like this. Looks so good.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds. Completely.
And how does it unfold? Oh! How are we all doing? Are we all good? Wifey, Sally, everybody? And now we're gonna meet the arch manipulator himself.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
Oh.
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Also, I'll do a comparison to graphics.
Very well, you
snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Cain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Cain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me, sir? Your malefactor, Cain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Cain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you.
Yeah, don't underestimate that guy. Trust me.
Even now, Cain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Cain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Cain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. they're no match for you.
Because I can't die.
Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do.
Sorry for not talking much. I don't want to interrupt this too much.
Require a few martyrs.
Basically, imagine Doctor Strange if he was a master manipulator who knows
Alone
everything
now,
that's going on.
I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
So yeah, basically we have arrived centuries before the first game. Believe it or not, we're actually still in the same place as we were in the first game, except that this is when the world isn't decaying and decrepit and dying. So we're actually in a time period which is set during the first Blood Omen game. So right now, Legacy of Kain Blood Omen, the beginning steps of the story have started. So there's two Kains at the moment. There's the Kain who is born in this time period, and the Kain that we're chasing. Oh yeah, and this is the new combat system. It's basically the same, except you now have heavy attacks, and you have light attacks. You have swords, and you have axes, and I love this noise. So get used to it. I can't use the Reaver at the moment because that staff disables it. It's designed to disable vampires, but Mobius's staff disables the Reaver. Eat it. One sad thing about this game compared to the first is, unlike the first, I can't throw weapons and skew at people. I've still got telekinesis, but I can only throw it. I can't do it just by pointing and shooting at an enemy. But yeah, combat's a little bit more intuitive because there's blocking involved. Other than that, moves are basically the same. Raziel stays in the air a bit longer now. But yeah, look at this. This is the PS2 graphics, because this was one of the first PS2 games ever released. And this is the modern graphics. Look. Old graphics, new graphics. And believe it or not, this was my first PS2 game I ever owned. So I know this game inside and out. It's shorter than the first because it's more story driven. But I really enjoy it. Oh god, axe ladies. These guys are really tough to beat sometimes. Ow. Because if they manage to do that, they'll start doing it repeatedly. Yeah. Wifey, are you alright, Sally? I know that intro was long and I didn't say much, but if I talk over it, you're gonna miss stuff.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Yeah, so this strongholds is where Raziel was when he was one of the Sarafan. Before he died and turned into a vampire. Thank God these don't engage at the same time. Bitch slap! Stick around. Oh yeah, and also... Ow, shit. Ow, shit. You can actually attack with your hands now, and you can kill people with your bare hands. Like this. Kill him all. I'm glad you're good. Have you come out of the food coma yet, Sally? Because I literally, when I got home, I had to sleep. Decapitation! But yes, Mobius, he's the Time Guardian, and he knows everything that's going to happen to a degree, and he knows a person's every intentions, motivations, and he knows how to manipulate events to get the outcomes that he wants. So Mobius is essentially a Time Lord, but he's even more corrupt than that. Or he's, you know, he's got his own agenda. So, and remember at the end of the first game, we were in the Chronoplast, the time machine, and there were windows looking at the past, present, and future of Raziel's journey that Cain had been looking at. But who put those windows there? Who was looking at Raziel's life?
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff,
Hey.
I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Indeed. Oh shit! Oh, bollocks. Hey, bitch, I'm busy. Fuck you. Give me my Reaver back. Yeah, you still lose the Reaver by getting hurt. But this game does change one thing, which is I'm very glad of. Blam, 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 blam. I'll just keep doing it.
Prepare to die.
Missed. Eat it. Anyway, time for another long
As I
cutscene.
neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me.
You're gonna get some Blood Omen 1
The
plot.
disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Cain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth.
See?
And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Cain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Cain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade. But
Reaver's
the
such a
Reaver
cool
knew
soul.
better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
Oh yeah.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Cain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Cain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Cain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate.
Oh.
The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own
My
vengeance
cat's here, ladies
is
and gentlemen.
motivation enough.
Yeah, buddy.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
You see, he knows what's going on.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength.
Yay!
Souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
So the Reaver got an upgrade. We lose all of our health upgrades from the first game because now the spirit inside the Reaver is awake, and because it's been stuck inside the physical sword for thousands of years.
This was the legend.
It's insane. I'll pause that for a moment. So now, when we use it, if you use it too much, it starts leeching your health. But the good thing is it gets stronger the more you use it. So it does more damage, but use it too much, and it starts leeching your health. So it's a kind of give and take. It's not too bad, and I will be using that to my advantage, because certain enemies in this game are bullshit. Anyway, back to the narrative.
Legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body.
Ouch.
This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Seraphim, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Yeah. So now I can summon the blade whenever I want. It doesn't disappear when I get hit. But yeah, that bar, if it goes all the way round, that's when you're in trouble. So I can now use the Reaver, and I can use weapons. I will demonstrate. So basically, you see this guy who just decked me one. I am wow. So the Reaver automatically eats the soul, but you kill him in about 2 hits. He bitch slapped me then. Oh, you should recognize this room from the first game. It's had a bit of a glow up.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself.
Yep.
All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses.
So this is where you've got murals of all of his brothers.
For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self.
And himself.
Memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been. And what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Cain and destroy him.
Yeah, you get a lot of Raziel, like, more of the history. And then some. Oh yeah, and another thing that Mobius mentioned, that him and Raziel serve the same gods. So you know the Elder Gods? The big squid thing that kept talking with the voice of Lord Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame? Mobius serves him. He's God's attendant, as he put it. Right, where's the... Yeah, there it is. But yeah, look. Malchiah, Zephyr... No, that's Dumar, Zephon, Chirel, Rahab. Chirel we didn't get to fight, but there we are. And then Raziel. So all the brothers are here. The Vampire Brethren, who are all destined to become Cain's lieutenants. And the cool thing is, in the middle of that floor, there was an Ouroboros symbol. Because he said, my history comes full circle. But yeah, if you look at it on PS2, look, it doesn't look that bad at all. Considering it was early PS2. So, the difference in quality between this and the remaster isn't as notable as in Soul Reaver 1. But I will also stress that this game in particular is the one that needs a few patches, because there are a few things in it that definitely need addressing, and I imagine that there was more work to do on Soul Reaver 1, so I understand why that came out a bit better in the launch release. But this is still perfectly playable, and it works, and it still looks fucking beautiful, so
I
yeah.
emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Cain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Cain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Yeah. Welcome to the open world bit. Not as big as in it. Well, kind of. Actually, it is as big as in Soul Reaver 1, just in a different way.
I did not yet possess the means to unlock this barrier, but this enigmatic symbol was clearly the key.
Yes, it is. But you've got all your vulnerabilities from the first game are gone, so you can swim in water and stuff like that. So yeah, you're pretty good. And because we can't reappear in the Elder God's cave in this time period, because he did say at the end of the first game we're beyond his influence.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Basically, checkpoints, because saving works differently in this game. In this game, you get checkpoints for if you die, which you go back to, if you get killed in the spectral realm, and you get save points at certain points in the map. So you can't save anywhere in this one. It's a bit of a pain because it means there are certain stretches of the game where there's no save points at all until you get to a certain spot, but also they're spaced out pretty well for the most part. So, oh yeah, let me introduce you to something which I have affectionately named. Oh wait, never mind. Raziel's got something to show first.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence.
They're cool save
By
points.
simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
So yeah, save points. As you can see, I've already got one because I started the game myself, and I'm starting a new one now. But yeah, I like how they look like the Reaver. They're really cool. Also, yeah, remember this landmark because you'll never forget it. I call these the penis doors. I'm not gonna elaborate why, but I think it's pretty self-evident. The penis doors.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Yeah. So, yeah, the massive gateway. It's not the size of the gateway that counts, Raziel. Oh, God. Give me health. Now, some enemies I'll fight, some of them I won't. Otherwise, we're going to extend this playthrough by about 8 hours. Because the enemies, you kill them, and then anytime you reload, they're back. And they're just here to slow you down. So I'm going to start using the Reaver a bit. Oh, guy with a gun. I can't use the gun, which is annoying. Oh, come on. Whee! Oh, shit. Bring it on! Juggle, 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 and decapitate. Hey man, don't lose your head. Out. Yeah. I haven't actually killed anybody with a torch in this game often, so I thought, what the hell? But yeah, you see how the bar's filling up? And it gets worse? And the Reaver gets more monstrous? Oh. Those birds disappeared. Blink, 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 blink. Be gone, crows. Blunk, 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 blunk. Don't know why, I love that noise. Oh yeah, dogs with bladed heads. And if you wanted proof that dogs have souls, I just fed one to the Reaver. Ooh, the blood spat then. And all these dead vampires that have been hunted down. It's just the Reaver's so much better to use than the main weapons because they can't block the Reaver. Like, you can't block it because it's an energy weapon. Shit. I was trying to telekinesis him off the edge, but... Ah, he died before I did it. Anywho. Grab your torch and pitchforks. Get out of here, you fucking birds again. Oh, missed. Shit. Whoop. Burn.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Cain's derelict empire.
Yeah, they're more
They
human.
seem to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Yeah, Cain did say, did you think the Seraphim were noble and altruistic? And they weren't. They had the same agenda as you guys. Haha. Okay, and now it's time for a very important cutscene. It's a very important location. You'll recognize this from Soul Reaver 1. Ladies and gentlemen, plot.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
There he is.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Cain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Cain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Cain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
It's all about
Face me,
time.
Cain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen.
Here we go, guys.
This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the Circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Cain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma.
This is Blood Omen 1.
Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Cain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Cain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Such a fucking good scene. So yeah, everything that just happened then that caused these to become corrupted happens during the intro of Blood Omen 1. Ariel, that ghost that we saw in Soul Reaver 1, she basically got murdered, and she was murdered at a precise time and moment so that she would be discovered by her lover, who went insane, and because he went insane, that madness then corrupted every guardian of each of these pillars, hence why they've all started to go decaying. And then Cain is born to replace Ariel at the same time as she's murdered. So as he's born, the madness hits, and therefore he's corrupted by the madness and can't fulfill his role as the Balance Guardian. So the timing of it was calculated by somebody. Mobius makes sure that the vampires are wiped out. If Cain sacrifices himself to restore the pillar, Cain in Blood Omen 1 goes to stop the guardian, to kill the other guardians, to restore the pillars, except his, and then the pillars start decaying and dying, and that's how we end up with the world as it was in Soul Reaver 1. So all of this has been manipulated so that the pillars end up like this, and that Cain's got no way out. Either way, they win. Somebody wins.
Why I had so willingly allowed Cain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Cain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
Hey, that's a familiar symbol. Anyway, continuing the tradition of the first game with the level warping. The cliff becomes a staircase. I need health. Also, here are the spectral pillars. Oh, and souls now look like skulls when you're in the spectral realm. So, yeah. Somebody is manipulating events and orchestrating them so that the outcomes are rigged. And now Cain is desperately trying to change his destiny and Raziel's destiny. Because, like he said, what if you throw a coin enough times that one day it lands on the edge? So, yeah. We're stuck in destiny, and we've got to try and break out of it. But we've got a time streamer who's already manipulated events for his own ends.
From the moment of my arrival,
and something else.
I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
The birds again. So the birds teleporting away isn't actually just how they despawn. They are actually teleporting away for an in-game reason.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Wouldn't happen to be this key, would it, by any chance?
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
And here we go, into the Oracle Cave. Well, not the Oracle Cave. Is it the Oracle Cave? I don't know. What's this place called? Where's the map? Okay, oh. It's just the pillars. So we're beneath the pillars, and here's a brand new enemy type, which is called the Shade. And Shades are annoying because they either smack you or shoot energy at you. But killing them is pointless because you don't get any souls from them. So I tend to just run away from Shades, unless I have to. So, just ignore Shades. And Shades can chase you into the spectral realm. Oh, somebody's calling our name. Anyway, we're now beneath the pillars, and anybody who was in who saw the first game, you should know what's underneath the pillars.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Cain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Oh, look who it is! It's Tony J, everybody, Lord Frollo, aka the Elder God, is back.
Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Cain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Cain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Cain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampires' parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Cain's blood belongs on your hands.
Cain indeed deserves to die, for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Cain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
So, yeah, the Elder God who was there when we came back from the dead, again, in Soul Reaver 1, and was benevolently helping us through to fight our brothers, he's portrayed in a lot less benevolent light in this game. And it is a bit odd, isn't it? He wants us to kill the vampires, end their parasitic curse, so that their souls can be returned to the Wheel of Fate, which apparently he is the still center of.
Beckons.
But is he? And also, it's very convenient that he's under the pillars, and he's still under the pillars all the way in the future, when they're rotting and decayed and broken, and here he is with his tentacles weaved around them. So why is he still around if while the world dies around him? Questions, intrigue. And Mobius is his servant. You know, the guy who's doing the crusade against the vampires to purge them. Who sees everything and wants us to kill Cain. And we now know the Elder God is omnipotent as well. So, yeah, something stinks. Anywho, we continue on through these ruins, which I'm sure will stay this flooded for the rest of the game, and we will just be able to swim through and not have to explore at all. Yeah. Hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. As you watching, I've done an hour already. Holy shit, where does the time go? Hope you're enjoying it. Who's enjoying the story? Anybody watching? Are you intrigued by the narrative? Are you intrigued by the game itself? Or what's going on? Let me know. Why does this swamp always look so dark?
I surfaced into a very different landscape.
Just gonna up the brightness for you
daylight
guys.
barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
There we are, that's better. So I can't get through that door yet.
There's one.
Ah, shit. Also, this swamp is really annoying because apart from these bits, the actual swamp itself, if you're in it, you slow right down. Burn, bitch. Give me that axe. Yeah, so, look. In the swamp, you're like this. And it's just really annoying. So I just tend to glide out of it and do a lot of jumping. In the spectral realm, it doesn't work, but yeah. Go on, Raziel. Kick that door. Fuck that door in particular. Who? Hey there.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him.
Okay.
First, I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
Oh, we'll find it. This game is pretty much linear, so it's not that difficult. No. Hooah. Hooah. Just die already. I need a soul. I haven't consumed one in a while. Yeah. But yeah, Vorador kills the circle, which is that happens in the intro of Blood Omen 1. I just love how this series links itself so well and actually connects the story dots as best it can. Hey, save point. Good, I need a save point. This game really isn't that long because I'm already here and I've only done an hour. Bad doggy. Bring it. Burn! I do enjoy it when I get to do that to them. Which does sound slightly crazy, but...
There appeared to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Block this. Hey, climbable walls! I missed you. Don't know why, but I did. Bring it on! Say that. Literally, the combat, I do enjoy doing the combat because it breaks up the journey from A to B, which is there is a lot of in this game, but it does also slow you down.
My friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine too was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Ooh, that's convenient, isn't it? Be gone, baddies. Is that all the baddies? Because I swear there's a trophy for getting rid of all of them. Okay. Anyway, these are the bits of the game that I actually find really interesting. Because, like in the first game, you have puzzle chambers. Just no rotating blocks. Yeah, there's no rotating blocks in this one. They actually took that out. Like I said, it's like streamlined gameplay from the first one. Oh, an undead warrior. They can be irritating to kill, but just use the Reaver. And get these shields to open the door. And do the old Spectral Realm Maruni. These conduits look different. Here come the Shlua. Shlua, Shlua, Shlua. Huh. Oh, you back. Oh, you bastard. It's right, when I said that, I nearly burped, so I had to wait. Okay, full health. I'm not fighting all the Shlua. They're annoying sometimes. Not in there. There we go. Anyway, welcome to the place known as the Dark Forge. I love these areas, these temples. They're when the gameplay becomes more interesting. Oh, more undead warriors. Oh well. When in doubt, use the Reaver. Or just pick up a sword and completely fuck that idea. No. Not when there's not when there's 4 of them. Come on. Yeah. He had to split. But yeah, this is why in the temples I prefer to use the Reaver, because I can just kill them very quickly. And get on with the task at hand.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race and the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillars' chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Oh god, these are the sorcerer zombies, aren't they? Oh, fuck it. Give me the crescent moon staff. Fuck you! Hi! SpongeBob. Ah! Is that meant to be SpongeBob? I hope you're enjoying it, Sally. I hope you're enjoying the story and the gothic architecture and everything. I thought this has been right up your alley. So, and I hope everybody else is watching us as well. It's not as easy to keep track of who's who and how many's watching on OBS with YouTube, but I appreciate everybody who is here anyway, whether you're in the chat or not. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the story. Like I said, more story focused this one is. Shift into the shadow realm, spectral realm. I think we get a new enemy here. Oh no, he isn't here yet. Okay. Get a soul so I can actually leave the spectral realm. I can't do Kitty Supreme, so I had to improvise. Oh right, well Kitty Supreme works. Well that works. So it's a Spongy Supreme. Oh god, there's more of them. Okay, let's go. Time for a whackathon. One down. Kill the one with the sword. And kill him. See what I mean? The Reaver just eats them up. Which is why I prefer to use the Reaver a lot more in this game. Oh yeah. And then rotate this. Cool. And good old block pulling and pushing, ladies and gentlemen. It's back with the same noise. And what this does... Oh, it's an obelisk. Creates a shadow obelisk. A shobelisk. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna guess I need to turn you round to the one that's glittering. And put this down. And shoot this with the Reaver. Did that really just miss? I'm too close. Yeah! See? Puzzle chambers. I love them. That noise has always been weird. That's what it sounds like. Somebody just doing that into the microphone. Do I need to push you over here? Do I need to push you over there? Yep. Like I was playing it yesterday. Okay, so we need to get the other mirror for that. So what we need to do now is rotate this back this way. Come on, Moonstaff. I'm not gonna... That staff kind of reminds me of Khonshu. Oh, fuck. Ow, bitch. Ow, bitch. Ow, double team. Oh, there's 3 of them. Fuck. This is getting stupid. Have that. Did he just try to get up again? Your soul is mine. Into the spectral realm. Do you know what, Sally? That works. Let's call that one the Kitty Inferno. Kitty Inferno, Kitty Inferno. Oh yeah, here's the new enemy type. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brute Shluar. Who's just like a... It's just like a Shluar on 4 legs that's a little bit more harder to kill and uglier. But I have the Reaver, so... And they make that rather funny noise when they die. Okay. This bit of terrain warping's cool. It's like a hand going... Whee! Oh god, there's more of it. Oh. There's 5 of them. Possibly 6. Oh well. Use the Reaver. Okay. Oh fuck, there's a shit ton of them. Oh god. Come on, get him. Hup. Use the Reaver. Come on, bring it on. I'll take it on my bare hands. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm nearly depleted. But not defeated! Desperately need a health upgrade or 2. But you don't get health upgrades the same way you did in the original game. And warp again so that the platform goes up. And try to get a soul before the Shluar are greedy bastards. Yeah. There we go. Like I say, they use the shifting realms thing really well in this game and the first game. Another shield to open the door. Blink. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember this. So turn that to face that, and spin. And spin. And what you want to do here is exactly the same as we did in the other room. Hit that with the Reaver. Expose the sunlight, get the light on the obelisk. And if I'm right... Oh, I did get the right one. Go me. It opens a giant hole in the wall. I remember when I was younger, these temples would take me hours to do. Because I couldn't figure them out. And now, I can just do them like that. It either means I've gotten smarter, or the game is easier than I remember. Okay, give me that. Blunk. Look what it used to look like. And now we've got this, we can actually complete the puzzle. And thank God I do have this, because I couldn't open the door without it. This bit's pretty cool. You'll like this. Sally, you'll like this. Just realized the Reaver makes a light effect on the floor. Okay. And we've done this temple. Ow, 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 ow. Pretty sick, you've got to admit. And anyway, what did all that accomplish? Basically, this font over here is now charged with energy.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control. And I... merely its helpless puppet.
Whoa!
The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me. And I realized as I recovered control, that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
So we basically just took the elemental power from this place, got a health upgrade, and now the Reaver is endowed with the element of darkness. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dark Reaver, which gets its own little sound effects. Oops. So yeah, we do these temples, you get new elements for your Reavers, so it's not just Spectral Reaver, Material Reaver, and Fire Reaver in this game. There are different elemental Reavers, and you have to use them to solve different puzzles at different places.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade.
That's a cool shot.
It in the elemental energy distilled therein.
So I've already got the darkness in it, so I like the Dark Reaver. It's not one of my favorites overall, but I like the Dark Reaver. There is another one coming which is better.
Circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognize this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold.
Yeah, see?
Perhaps now, Armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
So basically, now that we've got this, we've got to go all the way back to the beginning to get to that door that I found with the elemental lock. So we got to backtrack through all that path that we went through, which is why I didn't bother killing every single enemy. How he swings his hands as he runs. But yeah, every time you get a new Reaver, you also get a health upgrade, so... And... Anywho, I get to put the controller down again for a cutscene. I like that I can do this.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador, you son of a bitch.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Seraphan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Seraphan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago.
Damn.
He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him. And Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold. And I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
So now we go all the way back and have to unlock the shrine near the stronghold, like he said, to get another Reaver, and then we have to go back to the stronghold and get to the beginning area of the game to use the time streaming device. So yeah, there's time travel in this game. Doctor Who fans rejoice. I said rejoice, not rip people's hearts out. No, you don't. Goodbye. I'm not going to bother fighting all these enemies. This trek is long enough as it is. So now we go all the way back to Mr. Squiddy over here. Yeah, you can tell anybody who's played the previous game, and just looking at this area, you know that eventually you're gonna have to traverse it. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm ignoring the shades because they're a pain in the arse. And they don't give me any health, so... Look at them in retro graphics, holy shit. Jump! Oh, going into murky water. I hate doing that, especially when I know there's a giant creature in here. Hello, you three-eyed fucker. Oh, he's got more to say.
Wayward child return.
Carry on, my wayward child.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Yeah, he's not so benevolent in this one. They do a real good job of making him sinister. And you start to realize, who's really the good guys in this? I mean, Raziel, yes. Anywho, back up this area. And all the way to the light shrine. Get out of my way, Shades. Why am I bothering? Go around, Scott. Just go around. Oh, fuck. I picked up the weapon again instead of using the freaking lock. Such a weird noise. And we're back out into the beautiful, lush forest area. Like I say, it's a bit too linear, this one is. That's one of my few criticisms of it. But they're all overwhelmed by the fact that it's a really good game. And bearing in mind that this was made at the very start of the PlayStation 2, when everybody had more processing power and more pixels and more graphics, more polygons, not pixels, and that nobody knew how to work the technology fully to get the most out of it. The fact that they were able to come up with this is still pretty impressive. And we're back at the pillars. And they're still corrupted. Oh, they've repopulated the area with more of them. Yay. I warn you, I'm armed, literally. Oh, ow. That's it. Hey, I wasn't fighting you. Ooh, get the point? I love that sound effect. I've loved that sound effect since I was a kid. It just sounds so fucking painful. Oh, doggy. Dead doggy. Be gone, birdie. Make sure I get this at the checkpoint. And kill the guys with guns because they're annoying. You hold on to that for me, mister. Out of my way! I do like the water texture as well. Out of my way! Literally, this is the only way I could speed things up, is running past the enemies and only killing a few of them. Ooh, nearly over enticed the blade then. Ha! He jumped! Fucking hell! Quick, before she decides to lump me one in the back. Burn, bitch! Oh god. Oh, we're back already. Okay, cool. Ah, there it is. There's the penis door. This is how you know you're back? I'm sorry, but that's a penis door. I don't care what anyone says. That's a penis door. It's cock-a-doodle-doo. Okay, just use the save point. I think what I'll do, guys, is I'll do the next shrine, and then when I get out of there and return to this save point, that's where we're going to end it for today. Because the next shrine takes a little bit longer than the first one did, but not too long. Has some really cool architecture. Like, if you thought the architecture of the Dark Temple was cool, the Dark Forge, wait till you see the Light Forge. And then my favorite one we'll have to get to in another episode. Whee! Here we go. So now we got the Dark Reaver. We can open it. Oh, not you guys again. Yeah, you find these guys in every shrine, and they're just... well, they become irritating. It's when they're in large groups, that's when I don't like them. Hey! Did I slice him in half? Yes, I did. Here we are. Welcome to the Light Shrine. Which, just with this one room, immediately looks more impressive. Damn. Well, the mural's the same, so...
These murals left no room for doubt. These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
Yeah, so now that we've got the Dark Reaver, we can use the Dark Reaver to actually progress through the puzzles in this area. Can't actually get through this door at the moment because I don't possess the Light Reaver. Do you know that these guys, if they've got no health and they go transparent, if there's another one of them nearby that's transparent, they can actually eat each other to revive themselves? Ah! Son of a bitch. Get out of it. Okay, welcome to the Light Temple, guys, the main chamber. This chamber is awesome. Just look at it. It's got a sphinx in the middle, a statue sphinx. And if you needed a hint to what to do, right. Oh yeah, I lost the Dark Reaver. Gotta be a lot of shifting in and out of the spectral realm in this one. Ow! Oh, fuck you. I've only just noticed this pathway straightens out when you're in the material realm, but at the moment it's all wavy and curved. That's cool. Ah, it's a brute schluer. A brute schluer! I'm not fighting you, go away. Oh, these bastards. Oh god, Schluer's ass. Get that Schluer ass out of my face. Good night. Okay, you see that big eyeball? That's what happens if you get too close to that thing at the moment. So, and if you get hit by one of these guys, they shift you into the spectral realm, which is bullshit. So just stay away from them until you know how to deal with them. Oh god. Just get rid of these guys. There's too many of them in this area. Need the blade to calm down first. Ow. Eat it. Ow! Nailed it. Yeah, so we have to use these lights to open the doors again. I'm gonna take a spear. Or a trident, whichever it is. I'm not gonna need it now, am I? I can just see it. I'm not gonna need it. Ah! I need to take you out. Oh, fuck you. Ooh. Have that. Okay, where's this go? Have I done this out of order? No, I haven't. I've done it in the right order. Yep, there we are. Done it. Well, I've done this bit, I should say. Punk. Just shove this back over. And that still needs a mirror, so that's not going to work either. Ah. Get out of my way! Yeah. Music's so awesome. And round 300. Yeah, that's what happens if you overuse it. But it's okay because I need to go into the spectral realm anyway. So if you overuse the Reaver, it starts leeching your health, and eventually you'll end up in the spectral realm. Luckily, there's no overcharge in the spectral realm. And anyway, I needed to be in the spectral realm to do this bit. He nearly hit me. That would have been a fucking joke. Do 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 do. Whoa! No, you don't, Sonny Jim. I need a physical conduit. I need a... Ah. God, this is high. Oh, this is going to be a tight one. This is going to be a tight one. Ooh, close. Oh, I'm not fighting all you guys. Get out of my way. Just take swings at him while I'm running past. Ooh, that looks like a pretty axe over there. So basically, we need the Dark Reaver now. I'm taking that. That looks awesome. Any money as I'm running down this corridor, we're gonna get zombies. Oh, look! Oh, the animation's different for this weapon. Nice! This weapon's actually better because I don't have to skewer them with it and then dodge the attack from the projectile. Yeah. Oh, for God's sake! I can't keep killing all you guys, especially when there's 6 of you. Okay. Oh. Oof. That's why they left me, because they knew there was more of them. Ouch. Fuck. Fuck. Should have taken out the projectile ones first. Ah! Right, before I forget this. Douche, douche. Okay, thank you, Axe. You were amazing, but now I need to use the Reaver. Oh, Dark Shade. Yeah, so if a shade pops out of one of the fonts, you have to kill the shade in order to be able to use the elemental Reaver element. Anyway, I got a bunch of doors to open. Oh, a Reaver elemental. That's a bog standard Soul Reaver one. Just slide it in carefully, slip it in nice and clean. Oh, fuck off! You guys can wait. They can wait. There's too many of them! Okay, so the reason I've come back this way is I actually need to move this. And if I'm remembering correctly, I need to open these 2 doors. Believe me, this will help me later. This helps you out later. We just need the mirror now, and then we're good. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. Oh, thank God the doors don't shut again. I thought they were going to shut on me again, and I was going to be like, no! No, you don't. I've had enough of you guys. Just swing the Reaver to charge it up, because I know those guys are going to come back. Ah, there you are, bang on cue. Thank you for being so cooperative. I just need to create the dark bridge. Oh, I knew there was going to be one somewhere. Just couldn't stay in the ground, could you? And now you lost your legs. Oh. Ah! Die! Eat it! Woo! There we go. Thank you, Axe. I'll take it from here. Definitely now, because... No, you don't. Oh. Ah! Well, I know which one to focus on. Because picking up a shield like that automatically despawns the other enemies. Hey, we got the other mirror. So that's one bit of the... I've actually done the puzzles. I've done it. There's one more bit to do. You just need to firstly light these two things up. And then we need to go back and visit that eye that destroyed that enemy. So light triggers those crystals. And if you, the eagle-eyed amongst you may notice that those crystals look familiar to something we saw earlier in the game. Okay, now that we've done this. Hey. And that's illuminated the symbol for light. So that door's open. Oh. Will you guys ever learn? And the trouble is, there's about to be about 20 of these blocking my way. So I'm gonna have to go a bit Reaver crazy. Oh yeah. Juggle him, juggle him, juggle him, juggle him. Have that. No, you don't. Burn. Oh, God's sake. Oh, fuck. What's happening to that one? Okay, there's another bug in that. I can't actually hit him. Take that and... He's actually invisible. He's actually invisible. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, yeah. Hang on. I don't need to fight them. Get the sentry to do it for me. Simple. Anyway, the reason we couldn't get past this is you need the Dark Reaver, and once you've got it, you do this. And that blinds it. And once you've got this item, it can't shoot at you anymore, so... because that would be bullshit. And luckily, the enemies can't attack you either. We've done it, guys. We have solved the Light Shrine. God, look at all these swords laying around. You'd think it's some kind of titanic battle went on when it was just me swinging my Reaver arm around. Alrighty, here we go. You ready for this, guys? This is pretty spectacular. I've really enjoyed tonight again, guys, so thank you very much, all of you. That is cool. Aw, man. Do you have to break him? Alrighty, and from the Dark Forge, you guys should know the drill by now, so let's get a new Reaver! Oop. Screenshot.
I plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
Yes. So with that Reaver, you get another health upgrade, so our health's pretty good. The Light Reaver is one of my favorites because when you have the Light Reaver out, it actually acts like you're holding a fire torch and lights your way, which in this game is a blessing because sometimes this game is too fucking dark. So, yeah, the Light Reaver is really cool, and it has a little bit more functionality than the Dark Reaver, so I think these guys want to play. Other than that, it functions exactly the same. But I can use it to open dark light locks. Oh, yeah. And basically, its other function is this. You light those gems, those crystals, and the door's open. So now that we've got this, we can go, like Raziel said, we can go back into the strongholds and use Mobius's time machine to travel in time. Told you, time travel story. Doctor Who fans rejoice. Rejoice. And that forge is sealed forever. Sploosh. Now, if I remember rightly, hasn't some asshole shut the door again? Yep, they have. Ugh. God damn it, it's so inconvenient. Now I've got to turn this crank again. It's making me really cranky. I never said my jokes were good. Beep, boom. Alrighty, and I'm supposed to use this now to open the penis doors, but we're not going to do that today. We are actually out of time for today, so I am going to be ending this particular episode here, because that's a good stopping point. It's an organic stopping point. So, yeah, that's going to do it, guys, for the very first episode of Soul Reaver 2, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it, because like I say, it's a more streamlined experience than the first one in terms of the gameplay, but you get so much more of a rich narrative with this game. You get a lot more of the game is explained, what's going on. You get more questions as well as answers. You learn a bit more about the world and what's going on. There's time travel. And like I say, you get new gameplay elements like the new Reavers and everything. So it's really, really interesting stuff to me. And I strongly encourage people to either A, research the game, or B, play the game, or C, both. literally, if this interests you at all, go and check it out. I implore you. They're excellent games, and they're amazing. And this game's only going to get better. So, yeah, look forward to that next time, guys. A big thank you to everybody who's joined me this evening, whether you've been in the chat or not. Thank you very much for your time. It means the world to me. So thank you very much. Thank you to those who've been in the chat, which is thank you to Wifey, and which is Manu Burke, and Sally. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate it a lot. If you can, please subscribe to the channel, and you can also check out my other streaming platform channel if you wish. And check out the other videos in the Soul Reaver series if you want to see what happened in Soul Reaver 1, which if you don't know, go and check it out. Strongly recommend it if you want to understand this more. But yeah, big thank you to everybody who's joined me this evening. I'm ScottyLoadinson. That was Raziel, Kane, Vorador, Mobius, and the Elder God. And I will see you next time in more Soul Reaver 2. Next time, here's to the future!